Ah, thank you, sir. Welcome to the Poetic Evening with Better Friends. As always, it's a pleasure to have you all, and it's time to recall, and ponder over or repossessed. And today is the day to celebrate the resurrection. And so I would like to begin calling upon our Padmavati Setaluri, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, please turn on your mic.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Good evening. Good evening, Prasanna, and good evening, everyone. Whoever is on the platform, nice to see you all. I think some new faces to me. Yeah. No, I was asking you, Prasanna, did you give any topic to
No,
us?
no, ma'am. Free
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Okay, can I recite my poem?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. The title of my poem is Failure Brings Success. Muddling and rugged path, untraveled and challenging road, destination is far away. I feel thorns, pebbles, and harsh ways. Never give up, inspired he. I fumbled, fell, and failed multiple times. Yes, I was a failure. They questioned, complained, and quoted. Number of titles spontaneously received I. Too many responsibilities, toiling day and night, aims were so high, tasks unsuccessful, destination is far away. Yes, I was a failure. Failure, it inspired me, rising my high spirits, thought-provoking words, motivational talks, encouraging folks, failed deeds that I did, all enthralled me. I didn't give up even a single time. If I didn't fail, I wouldn't work hard. I wouldn't succeed if I didn't lose. One day I failed failure. I became the winner. Yes, had I not failed then, I wouldn't have been victorious. Oh dear, failure is temporary, but triumph becomes a memory, a sweet memory. Thank you.
Perfect, ma'am. Failure is here to inspire us. Exactly. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your
Thank you.
inspirational and
Thank you.
motivational poem as well. Thanks for coming after a long gap.
Yeah, thank you. Nice to be with everyone. Hi, Gargi. Hi. I know a few people, and I feel some new faces to me this
Yes,
time.
ma'am.
Maybe I'm meeting all of you after a long time. Thanks, Prasanna,
Thank you, ma'am.
for giving me chance. Yeah, thank
Thank you. Let's move on to our next poet. Our next poet is a stand-up comedian, is a globetrotter, and he's now he brings in many poets and raises the voice. His name is Unmesh Mohitkar.
Hey, hi, Prasanna. Thanks for the wonderful platform. I am Unmesh Mohitkar on Instagram and Facebook. I have got a open mic every Saturday, 9 p.m. India time on Zoom. It's called Let's Unmesh Live. So here we go. This is something which I wrote. I think nowadays this is the poem which I am reciting everywhere. Oh, okay, here we go. No, no, no. All is not fair in love and war. So many poems, movies, and books written about love. Love is business, love is war, love is fight, love is flight. If love goes out of business, economy will tank. Love is searching in nothingness. Love, is it a reality or just a chemical reaction to add flavor to life? The kissing, the missing, the loving, the cuddling, the fighting, the caring, the crying, dying, the waiting. Don't get me wrong. I completely get it. Falling in love, love at first sight, love without boundaries, love song drenched in rain, love suffering in vain. All is fair in love and war. 15th century quote, still used, unused, and abused. Still used, misused, and abused. No, no, no. Everything is not fair in love and war. This favors the rich and the strong to hide their wrongs, sell their love songs, kick people like ping pong ball. It has ruined so many lives and countries, empty people, lonely in jam-packed bazaars of loveless heart. No, no, no. All is not fair in love and war. The romantic concept of love, myth for me. Love might exist or not, but I see the lonely, forlorn eyes looking into infinity, in waiting. The search for love is immortal. Few people love the search more than love. Once love is found, search is dead. Imagine searching for something which might not exist. This is something very strong. The very basic foundation of human society lies in something which might not exist at all. But still, I say, all is not fair in love and war. My search for true love have taken me so far, so near, yet so far. So near, yet so far. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Wow, give it up for Unmesh. What a cerebral poem, very thoughtful, very profound, and very serious, I would say. Wonderful poem. Many times I just have got, but wonderful, sir. Wonderful as always. Thank you for coming, Unmesh.
Thanks.
And please join his open mic every Saturday, 9 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So please join in. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's jump on to our next poet. Michael Anthony Inagram is a retired professor and he's joining for the first time on our platform. So let's welcome Michael Anthony Inagram. And yes, oh, wow. It's such a pleasure having you, sir. Just Mike
I'm
is
glad
yours.
to be here. All right. What is the format in terms of the number of poems that you can share? How many minutes do you have?
One or maximum two. Maximum two, yeah, you could just go ahead.
All right, then. Hold on 1 second. All right. Here are two short ones. One long one, one short one. The first one is titled The Murder. Tonight, I murdered my life. Grief, my only friend, in shock fainted and fell to the floor. I was alone. Tomorrow, what will happen to my body? Grief, my only friend, still in shock, was unable to speak. And the second one is Black Atlas Shrugged Again. And the title is a play on Ayn Rand's book, Atlas Shrugged. Black Atlas shrugged again. For they had made him a world and forced him to carry it on his back. They thought it would break him, silence him, and weaken him because he'd been colonized to not question, bastardized to destroy family and kindred affections, and subsidized to ensure that he did not make the connection. Black Atlas shrugged again. For they had made him a world and forced him to carry it on his back. A world where marginalization and fear permeated the air, stifling his creativity, suffocating his sense of humanity, channeling his energies in directions that exhausted his resistance and made him deny the majesty of his ancestral existence. Black Atlas shrugged again. For they had made him a world and forced him to carry it on his back. A world that created a codependence and made him feel as if he could not live without assistance. Black Atlas shrugged again. For they had made him a world and forced him to carry it on his back. They're like a cloak that does not fit, One day he lifted their world off his back and held it above his head, for their world was not big enough to contain his mind, was not heavy enough to break his back, was not proud enough to possess his spirit. And like a toy tossed unconcernedly from a small child's hands, he dropped their world to the ground beneath his feet. And from the debris that reeked of indignity and false superiority, he reached down and created his own world. A world made from the rich, sweet-smelling clay found on the shores of West Africa and in the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, dark clay that told the story of separation from the motherland, the Middle Passage, and the sands of a foreign land. Yes, he made his own world, fashioned from the soul of Martin, the song of Billy, and the words of Langston, a world that embraced his color and gave him the strength and resilience to uplift both his sister and his brother. Black Atlas shrugged no longer, for he had made his own world, and he lifted it above his head, and he said, "See, God, see, God, it is as you said it would be." Thank you.
My God, unmute yourself from my dear friends. You could just unmute and give your feedback. What a brilliant performance. The brilliant poem. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You could show your reaction, my dear friends. You could just unmute yourself. So you're all free to show your reaction.
Thank you very much.
It was
Thank
very
you.
lively. Michael, we enjoyed it. You're really rocking. Thank you. The way you rendered it, went very well.
I'm unmuted. Okay. All right. Then. Thank you very
Really
much.
I
Thank
would
you.
say it's a powerful poem, very powerful, and your emotions were well expressed. And yeah, it was really wonderful. You have penned so beautifully, sir. It was good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right.
Let's
Thank
move
you.
on
I'll
to
be
our
back.
next poet. Thank you,
Right.
Michael. Thanks for joining, and thank you, Gargi ma'am. Thank you, Setaluri Padma. Now the next one is the one who penned more than 5,000 poems, and she is a good writer. As a metaphysical poet, she is something, and I like her poem, the imageries, short writings, and whatever it is. Yes, Dr. Gargi Saha.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for inviting me to read my poems. Greetings to all poets from all over the world. Here goes my poem, Heaven. It is a blessing to be born with a silver spoon in mouth, having good parents, good schooling, good teachers, good friends. It is a blessing to secure a good job, having understanding, compromising, caring life partner. It is a blessing to be parents and have a chance to grow up once again with kids, learn new challenges. It is a blessing to remain with working children who look after in old age, rather than staying alone in an old age home. It is a blessing to feel wanted, asked, nourished with affection, altruism. These things make the world like the heaven above. Heaven is not present anywhere else, but we humans make heaven or hell on earth by our understanding, behavior, conduct, ethics. Let's make the heaven on earth itself by right choice, right actions, right knowledge. Thank you.
Succinct, beautiful, and yes, very good. Well, and beautiful performance, beautiful reading, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for coming. And now let's move on to our next poet, Gopal Pudhani, sir. Gopal Pudhani. Oh, he's gone. Has gone. Sir, kindly turn on your mic. Gopal, sir. Okay, let's move across to our next poet. Yes, he's an open mic specialist. Maybe I could say his voice. I allow. His name is Gustav Sallas.
Hello, everyone. Greetings. I stand with the Tennessee Three This poem is called Arrested Development in Tennessee. Tennessee, 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 Tennessee. On March 27th, 2023, 6 people killed in Nashville, Tennessee. Take me to another place, take me to another land where children are more important than guns, understand? Take me to another place, take me to another land where assault rifles can be banned. Justin Jones, Gloria Johnson, and Justin Pearson, the Tennessee Three, were protesting the slaughter. Can't you see? They were doing this for you and me. This madness must be stopped. You must agree. Take me to another place. Take me to another land where children are more important than guns. Understand? Take me to another place. Take me to another land where assault rifles can be banned. Lord, they stood there black and proud, making a stand to shout out loud that assault rifles should be banned. Instead, they were shit canned from the legislature they were ejected, to which they duly been elected by the people of Tennessee. No more representation for you, you see. Different treatment for the white woman, you know, because this is the same fucking Jim Crow. Take me to another place. Take me to another land where children are more important than guns, understand? Take me to another place. Take me to another land where assault rifles can be banned. Thank you very much.
Wow, what again? Yeah, brilliant piece, very thoughtful.
Prasanna sir,
Thank you, Gustav.
I'm sorry.
Right, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Gopal, sir, go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me, sir? I'm audible.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Prasanna ji,
Thank you, Gustav. Thank you for that powerful piece. Thank you. Wonderful. Once again.
Prasanna ji,
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Ji, bilkul, sir. Go ahead, sir.
there's something wrong with the internet.
No, go ahead, sir. We can, yeah. Please.
I can't hear anything. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Okay. Sir, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. You can read your
Can you
poem.
hear me, Prasanna sir?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Maybe.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
There is some disturbance in the internet.
Yeah, maybe we could come back to you later, sir. I could just move on. Yes, Lantern Carrier.
Thank you.
Prasanna ji,
Yes, Lantern,
Prasanna, send him a text.
Lantern, go ahead.
Even as the butterfly keeps on flying. In a playful mood, he made a moth out of paper, which fell to the floor. The cool breeze carried it outside, where it was trampled upon by divide and conquer, seeking for some malicious pleasure. It rolled and rolled into the city, got caught in the chaos of moving traffic. Freeing itself with the help of the wind, it continued its forward journey. Stomped upon with willful disdain, it took a while to rise again, but the butterfly kept on moving. Life batters me within, without, below and above, small joy, no love. Plumes of smoke descend from above, and the flames of demons rages in hearts. The cold intensity of greed masks the pain of insecurity and fear, while loneliness stabs my soul with shadowy clusters of darkness. Who is right and who is wrong? In a world of supremacy and division, hypocrisy, innuendos, and misinformation rule the day. The loop of war and talk of peace continues, yet I must rise, for the wheels of yesterday's unlearned lessons spills on my thoughts like drops of blood. Coming from ancient unhealed wounds, they engage my realities with distant wars, covering the light of my spirit with veils of injustices and copious tears. I use co-interests as another name for stolen labor, distribution of lands and resources that never really belonged to me, remain complacent while countries are fought over, fanning my greed for the fuel and strategic locations. Cosmic laws seem resigned to the fact that only chaos will change my nature. Lying on the memories of history's terror, I die 1,000 deaths. The narcissist is playful at his desk with time to kill. As such, he tramples on my anxieties with much contempt. I pray spring's daffodils soon arrive, so my light will shine with splendor, more grandiose than the rising sun. I spin on a wheel with so much challenges. Inequity and discrimination are my nemesis, even as I seem to come out of my rut, and the casinos of Vegas rob me even more of my repute. I become broken, lost, as if in a Shakespearean tragedy. I am the songs and radiance of paradise, the very fragrance that encourages the rose to unfurl its heart to the zenith of beauty. Yet, chained to my apprehensions, the dark sail of illusion binds me. I'm afraid of death, uncertain of life. Peace evades me like the tail of a dog, and I roll on the streets like paper moths, trampled upon with merciless ease. Still, I rise. Anything can be conquered with harmonious oneness. All can be illumined by the light of love. Be brave, O lantern. A new dawn will rise, even as the butterfly keeps on flying. That's poem one. I've got one more. The Red River of Supernal Love. Here I am, frolicking in a meadow of beauty. The flowers are fresh and glistening in the prana of life, magnificent in their holiness. The breeze carries the echoes of bird songs to my spirit. I'm in a citadel of enchantment, mingling in the merriment of light zephyrs with you singing and dancing, whispering bewitching melodies to my heart in the radiance of its delight. Today the roses blush even as the jasmines, tulips, and lavenders unite to celebrate love. I cup my hands in prayer, entreating to the perennial heavens, the vast sky open, and hug my cheeks with the indigo blue. Sweet, sweetest, sweetest is Her Majesty, making mellifluous honey pale into insignificance. My storms have abated, my regrets erased, the inner noises grow dim, and my doubts have all subsided. My desires have blended into the letting go of all things mundane, and I rejoice in the effulgent light of my beloved's garden, banqueting with lovers. For eons I sought for this golden El Dorado, where all weary mariners take rest. I was a wayfarer, crawling on a sharp razor's edge along the steep, slippery slopes of evolution, moving forwards with longing towards the throne of my Habibi. Now I'm finally home, and the darkness is gone forever. My soul throbs and holds your gaze as you kiss me, my heart trembling in the bewilderment of a joyful sweetness. I taste your celestial wine, bask in a red river of supernal love. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
My, mind blowing, sir. Wow, wow. Kindly unmute yourself, my dear friends. You could just show your reaction. Thank you.
Spectacular, Lantern Carrier.
Okay.
Spectacular.
Yeah, it left me speechless. I don't know what to say. That was good. God.
As always, you render us speechless, Lantern Acharya Haka. Let me jump across to Tanja Ajtic. Tanja.
Hi.
Hi, Tanja.
Hi. Thank you, Kumar, great poet, for invitation. And I want to welcome all the participants, poet. I have two poems. My first poem named Stop the War. Stop the war, stop the crying. The cry of the evacuated child and leaves his father to fight. Stop the war, stop the scream. A wounded soldier at well, others in a foreign country. Stop the war, stop the madness. The will of the mighty corrupt. He divides nation and rule the world. Stop the pain, stop the sadness of the people of the planet who are in fear of what will happen next. Is there any further to a dust that we may all become and be without nowhere? I never again. Stop the war, stop the evil, because there is never a winner for war. Everyone always lose. Thank you. And another poem, Itzilano in Canada. When the tide is a huge wooden stump of the beach, is created a sound, and if you are on it, you feel the magic and you are close the creator of the unusual nature. You hear the secrets of sound, Genesis. When it is low tide, you can walk on the water touching in the sun, which is then close at sunset, when the wind waves the gravel and sand grind, making a sound, suiting the sound of the expanse, of the nature, of the spirit, of the First Nation, of the secret spiritual stories, the mysteries of the city. All that one country, all that one city, all that one point on the world, all that on one beach, the beach of the mystical city, a city of secrets, secrets of souls, your souls, intentional. Thank you.
Excellent, Tanya. Excellent.
Thank
We
you,
are
thank
wishing
you.
there should not be any wars, nor any kind, anything. Okay, let's move on to our Gopal Pudhani sir once again, and let me call upon him to recite his poem. Gopal Pudhani sir, we can hear you, but yes, something there may be technical problem at your end. So kindly unmute your mic. Gopal Pudhani sir. Gopal sir, you're here. Can you hear us? I mean, you could turn on your mic, please. Yeah. Oh, maybe we lost him. Let's move on to other poet. Let's welcome our, now let us go to a linguistic regional side, and let me call upon Meena Chauhan ma'am to recite her poem.
ओके मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी आ रही है.
ओके. गुड इवनिंग एवरीबॉडी. गुड इवनिंग प्रसन्ना. आज मैं एक छोटा सा पोएम हिंदी में पढ़ने जा रही हूँ. पोएम का शीर्षक है धरती माँ. मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ. मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ, सृष्टि के हर प्राणी को सीने में लगा के रखती हूँ, सृष्टि के हर प्राणी को सीने से लगा के रखती हूँ, मैं धरती हूँ, मैं धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ। जो बंजर रेगिस्तान हुआ वो भी मेरा रूप बना, जो पर्वत हिम से ढका हुआ वो भी मेरा रूप बना, मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ। सागर की असीमता है मुझ में, नदियों का बहाव है मुझ में, हर प्राणी को जीवन मुझसे है, कहीं उपजाऊ कहीं बंजर, मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ। कहते हैं सब मुझको माता, कहते हैं सब मुझको माता, लेकिन मुझको सबको सबने बांटा, कहीं गांव कहीं शहर कहीं राष्ट्र के नाम पर मुझको बांटा, मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ। मैं वसुंधरा, मैं ही पृथ्वी, मैं ही धरती, मैं ही धरा, मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ। जब पेड़ों को काटते हो वो भी मेरी गोद में ही गिरता है, जब पेड़ों को काटते हो वो भी मेरी गोद में ही गिरता है, उसकी सिसकियां मैं सुनती हूँ। रात की अंधेरी में नदियां अपनी मुंह ढक कर रोती हैं, वो भी दर्द मैं सहती हूँ, मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ। क्योंकि मैं हूँ धरती माता, क्योंकि मैं हूँ धरती माँ, मेरे दर्द को समझो, सबका दर्द सहती हूँ। अगर मुझे बचाना है, मुझको सुख पहुंचाना है, प्यार से सबको रहना होगा, छोड़कर सभी नफरतों को मानो तुमको बनना होगा, छोड़कर सभी नफरतों को मानो तुमको बनना होगा, मैं धरती हूँ, धरती माँ कहलाती हूँ। बस प्रसन्ना, छोटी सी कविता। थैंक यू सो मच।
Beautiful, ma'am. Beautiful. Excellent. Tribute to Mother Earth. Wonderful.
बहुत
wonderful.
बढ़िया पॉइंट।
थैंक यू सो मच। बस मैंने तो अभी एक ही तैयारी करी थी, बट अगर पुराना कोई पोएट्री सुननी है तो आफ्टर सम टाइम आई विल।
Right, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Gopal Pudhani.
This
sir.
is yes, please. Yes,
Go ahead,
प्रसन्ना साहब, और गुड इवनिंग टू एवरीवन।
Yeah.
सभी महाकवियों को मेरा नमस्कार। मुझे याद है कुछ दिन पहले रूपाली, रिस्पेक्टेड रूपाली मैडम ने बोला था कि वी आर स्टार्विंग ऑफ पंजाबी पोइट्री। तो मैं पंजाबी पोइट्री कुछ लाइनें लेके आया हूँ, और पंजाबी पोइट्री के बारे में मैं कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ। सबसे बड़ी बात जो मैं फील करता आया हूँ बचपन से ही, पंजाबी में बोलता भी आया हूँ, लिखता भी आया हूँ, तो सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि मुझे ये लगता है कि ब्रांडेड पोइट्री है। जितने इसके गाने हैं, म्यूजिक है, ट्यून्स हैं, सारी ब्रांडेड है। जैसे हीर रांझा, उसमें कोई बदलाव नहीं हो सकता। सोनी महबाल, कोई बदलाव नहीं हो सकता। मिर्जा साहिबा, ये सब ओरिजिनल है और वैसे ही रहेंगे। और जैसे ये पहले लिखे गए थे 100 साल पहले, वैसी की वैसी पोइम है। ऐसे ही कुछ और भी टाइप्स हैं, जैसे हम बोलते हैं जुगनी। जुगनी एक तरह की है जो सब एक ही ट्यून में गा सकते हैं, दूसरी में नहीं। उसके अलावा छल्ला, छल्ला भी एक किस्म का सिस्टम है पोइट्री का, वो सिर्फ उसी ट्यून में गाया जा सकता है और किसी में नहीं। ऐसे हैं टप्पे। टप्पे जो है वो बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग, और पंजाब में हर रोज, पाकिस्तानी पंजाब हो जो इंडिया पंजाब हो, हर रोज बोले जाते हैं। मैं कुछ टप्पे पेश करना चाहता हूँ, और उनकी नजाकत देखिए टप्पों की, कि छोटी सी बात कहते हैं, सिंपल सी बात कहते हैं, आम सी बात कहते हैं, लेकिन उसका मीनिंग बहुत बड़ा होता है। जैसे मैं शुरू करता हूँ कि गोरी गोरी वीणी विच वंगा दे शिगार, वीणी लिस्ट, गोरी गोरी वीणी विच वंगा दा सिंगार वे, आंदा नी कलावे विच अज तेरा प्यार पे। लव आई कांट इवन एम्ब्रेस, इट्स सो लार्ज। एक और लिखा है कि काशनी दुपट्टे उत्ते लिश्क दी किनारी वे, काशनी एक बहुत ही रेयर कलर है, बहुत ही प्यारा कलर है। काशनी दुपट्टे उत्ते लिश्क दी किनारी वे, खुलना जाए जिंद असी तेरे लिए सवारी वे। जो पंजाबी बोलते हैं, समझते हैं, वो इसकी नजाकत भी फील कर रहे होंगे। फिर लिखा है कि रात दे है नेरा, रात दा है नेरा, मेरा कालजा है डोलदा, धड़कदा है दिल नाल नाम तेरा बोलदा। एक आर्मी के बारे में लिखा है, एक आर्मी वाइफ घर में अकेली क्या फील करती है, वो क्या लिखती है, वो कहती है कि सिस्क दे हुंगारे काली मत्स्या दी रात वे, सिस्क दे हुंगारे काली मत्स्या दी रात वे, चांदनी दी लकी आजा चन्ना तू बरात वे। फिर वो कहती है कि मारी वे सलूट जरा साथ जी नू कड़कदा, अपने हस्बैंड को लिखती है कि मारी वे सलूट जरा साथ जी नू कड़कदा, छुट्टी लेके राह फड़ घर वाली सड़कदा। तो ये उसकी फीलिंग्स हैं जो बता रही है, बड़े सिंपल लैंग्वेज में, बड़ी डेलिकेट से लैंग्वेज में, ऐसी लैंग्वेज जो कि कभी चेंज नहीं की जा सकती, उसमें कोई और दूसरा वर्ड आ नहीं सकता। ये ऐसा है, इसलिए मैं इसको ब्रांडेड बोलता हूँ। तो ये तो पंजाबी। अगर आप हुक्म दें तो मैं आपको एक गजल सुना सकता हूँ।
प्लीज सर, प्लीज
प्रसन्ना साहब,
प्लीज सर, गो अहेड सर।
एक छोटी सी गजल है, उर्दू में लिखा है कि खुश नसीब हम हैं जो आपसे बात हुई, बाद मुद्दत एक इंसान से मुलाकात हुई। बातों बातों में कितना वक्त गुजर गया, जब बात कर रहे हैं कि कुछ महसूस नहीं होता। बातों बातों में कितना वक्त गुजर गया, जाने कब दिन चढ़ा, जाने कब रात हुई। हमने फकत बादलों को घिरते देखा, कहाँ बिजली गिरी, कहाँ बरसात हुई। गजल का एक और शेर है कि रात भी हुई, रात भर हुई, दुनिया भर की बातें। We spoke everything, politics, religion, everything. रात भी हुई, दुनिया भर की बातें, खत्म ना अपनी पर बात हुई। जो हमारी बात, असली बात हुई, वो खत्म नहीं हुई। उसके बाद एक छोटा सा शेर है जिसमें मैंने अपने आप को पेश किया है कि पारस के छू जाने से लोहा सोना होगा, आज अपने भी कोई औकात हुई। हमने तो दो अदद नजरों को मिलते देखा, दो रूहों की मुलाकात हुई। एक छोटी सी गजल पेश है। नमस्कार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। प्रसन्ना जी, आपका भी धन्यवाद।
Anyways, sir, thanks for coming. Thanks for teaching us, nuances of Punjabi poetry and all. And this is something, a kind of learning for us to, for the many of us here present over here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. And
Most
anybody,
welcome, most welcome. I must thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You could all unmute yourself to show your feedback or reaction or whatever it is, friends. You're free to.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Yeah.
Thank you. Awesome Pudhani, sir. Very nice.
Thank you.
I think when we hear many languages, we come together as many cultures, and peace. Today is Easter, and it's a day of peace and resurrection. So we resurrect the earth, we resurrect humanity. Today we resurrect all that is kind and compassionate. Thank you so much.
Indeed, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank
you.
You,
Madam Rupali inspired me for this, and I am there always.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rupali. Thank you, Gargi ma'am. Let's jump on to our next poet, who is our mainstay of Recital brands. He is a great supporter as a he's an engineer, and he is a great writer. Is ever active as always and inspirational. Let's say Spisek for you all, my friends. Give it a tap. Yes.
Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. An honor to be among these fine poets gathered. This is celebrated in spring. This is Easter for the Christian world, and so many other holidays for so many people. I want to speak to you of spring. I have a little tribute to the rebirth of the world as we have in the Northern Hemisphere. This is called Golden Bees. I want you to imagine yourself as a bee flying out to the flowers to gather food, nectar for your family there in the hive. Golden bees, follow me. Oh, my golden bees, up, up and out of our glowing geometric home, our perfect living comb, to every bee dream, our theme, and the gentle fanned rest. Up, up and out into the sacred sun-drenched garden, where every aromatic flower's face, warmed by your gentle golden touch. See the arcing blessed rays, how each reachy beam buffets with its gentle caress every morning's moment of life's growing flight. How every flower shines and shimmers with the very moment of your warm, generous blessing's heat. How rich the velvet golden flower showers its blessing and casts a spell of warm sympathy that the dear plants so thirsty drink and endear moment by moment into their every fiber and being. Shine on my sparkling silvered wings the embracing warmth that guides and blesses each and all of the earth with its gentle loving breath. Light our way with your warm buttery blessing, for it's only by the dancing rainbow light that we find our path illumined across the delirious scented garden, and then diving deep into the very heart of heaven's blossom. Each beating magnetic moment of your starfire pulsating embrace thrills our very blood with your infinite golden reach. Deep will I dive into each flower's living heart, while they dress me and dance me in their sweetness perfume. Your generous bounty on us all below warms us, delights our every moment along the dazzling, bejeweled journey's flight. Find our way across the beneficent, begarlanded glory, gilded richly in their weighty golden handiwork. Grant us, O golden God, that we, your busy toilers, grant us the sweet sustenance from your scented, intoxicating, and so generous bounty, diving deep from our arcing, soaring path down into the deepest flowery center, guided ever by your all-penetrating beams. Each iridescent beating flower's heart pulses in an intoxicating bounty of amber sweet beads of delirious delight. Cover us in your fine powdered glory as we drink in these pretty flower fountains, nourished ever from your streaming generous heart. I fairly swoon and sway, so bedecked am I from your amorous scented embrace. Carry we home our golden booty from the very shining flower heart, back to our dear sweet glowing golden home. Deliver we out our grace, pour we out each journey's bounty, lifted from our labors in your scented, richly flavored fruit, sunbeam guided every flying moment of your intimate and distant reaches' fiery licking power. Our great home, but the geometric factored shadow of your golden glancing bounty. Our innermost strength only flows from your vital power's truth. No flower shining glory, except through your showering glory spent. We returned, bedecked, rich and happily burdened by your gracious garden bounty, so soaring, guided, and gilded by the great sun's powerful blessing. O great golden sun, whose unblinking power guides and warms our flighty path, ever richly rains on her golden blessing every garden shining face. O light, O ever light, O thou airy way, and forever be our fountain of starry grace. In starfire we live, in starfire we are warmed, in starfire we are fed, in starfire we are ever guided. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
My goodness, as always, Richard shines, what do you call, illuminating. As always. Thank you, Richard. You all never fail to impress or, inspire. Thank you, Richard. Give it up for Richard Spisak.
Yeah, Rick, brilliant, just brilliant. Always good to hear from you.
Always good to hear. Yes, indeed. Let's jump on to our next poet, who has given a lot of interviews, and she's a veteran writer, a wonderful, beautiful writer. Her name is Nayma Chamchoun. Welcome, Nayma. It's
Hello,
pleasure
thank
having
you. Thank you. I'm going to share two poems. First one, Easter. The sun shines on Easter weekend. Where are the children seeking eggs? The bunnies for whom spring has sprung. The Lamb of God dinner with sprigs of thyme. The grass seems greener to the eye, which views from concrete disarray. And the sun feels colder on the skin that has known her warmer twin. The Easter ghosts squeal with delight and smiling chocolate-smeared smite. They pull at your dress with tiny hands, pointing at the void as it expands. 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 days. Will I also emerge from the caves? A scarred illustration of new life out of old. Stepping into the sun, my skin rippled in gold. Thank you. And the second piece, Chasing Poets. I gazed into fields and blades of grass, and my bones felt the cold. At Wordsworth's cherished crowds, densely adrift as the wayfaring clouds, and of Brooke's eternal England, I searched sorrowfully for the strand that could tie my restless hand, belonging and the end of longing. The crisp air greyly blurs the awning, dimming the warmth and staining the sun's vivacious gold. In Shakespeare's Eden, the apple eaten and the sins repeatedly died for, buoyed by Blake to ride thoughts soar, the wings heavy and lackadaisical, craving the heights of the astrophysical, dawn's song that sang of the metaphysical, of exploding color and scorching heat, the light's verve coaxing, easy release, quenched by alpine streams softly seeping. Browning's amour of April brings but icy showers, which douse and deaden the embers. Still, the senses longingly remember the thoughts of the home abroad, where the heart Titianly thawed and the spirit sprawled in awe. The shepherds of Rossetti who save, seek the flock that in turn saves, as they herd the arduous days and hours. The disturbance of Eliot's spring disturbs from deep within, her shades paled and grey like granite, as still silver stealthily bleeds out the night. Where are the mornings whose chorus awakes, the birdsong that reaches the ear and makes one rise from their bed to cheerfully embrace each tiny tick of the calculating clock, the beats that race and breathlessly stop at the trailing voices in the air, cajoling the song bliss brings, affronted by Larkin's bespectacled smirks, pulling up life's net and gross worth, desecrating the temple of the earth as they profit and pass on expense, without conscience or penitence. Still, your presence arms defense, the oration that speaks life into living, the company of the heart's thanksgiving, the joysome je ne of poetic converse. Thank you.
My Nayma, what a performance! I mean, I love the rhyming. I love the intensity of the poem. Bob. I mean, what would I say? I would ask all poets to react on that. Kindly unmute yourself, my dear friends.
Brilliant. Yes, beautiful. Great reading.
Bravo.
Thank you, Nayma. Thank you. Thanks for coming and thanks for showing respect to this platform. And it's we love to have you always. Let's jump on to our next poet. Our next poet is a professor. His case who is coming after a long time. I mean, yeah, she is always busy with her, thesis or whatever is, guiding students or whatever. But yes, let's welcome Dr. Janatha Ramanathan for you. Welcome, ma'am.
Me?
Janatha Ramanathan.
Yeah. Good evening. And
Thank you, Nayma. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Yes.
yeah, I'm so happy that I have been with you all. And I've been Laxman sir and Prasanna used to text me that because my mother passed away in January 27. So
Sorry, ma'am.
that's
Sorry,
why
sorry.
I took a long and I missed all of you. I missed the poems you read and the vibrant that ambience. I missed all those times. Today I'm with one of my poems on tribal women. As I'm doing some tribal projects now, I have been with them. I wrote a poem, Me, a Phoenix Bird. I am a woman of the forest. Universe sees me as uncivilized, as savage, forest dweller. I'm tender as well as strong. I sing my life's melodies, for I am the queen of my kingdom. Mother Earth and me narrate stories of our heritage and happiness. Our tender delicacies urge for care. Our abode is wide, vast, blazing land, with lush plants and trees that touch the sky-high mountains. We are often traced and trapped, only to satiate the lust-worn eyes, femininity subdued and suppressed, whose mental strength and power is par excellence. I am the phoenix bird. No one can subside me. I scream to the world. I am born, reborn, will be born and born again and again. No one can destroy a woman with will. Learn from our spirit. Create a space for you. Our life is our might. Dance to the tunes of life with mirth and melody. Harness the power and strength, spirit. Trail with might and mind to reach the summit of glory. Thank you.
Dance to the tunes of life. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Beautiful tribute to the tribal women out there. Yes, it needs to be spoken out. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming. Sorry, I couldn't, replace your loss, but yes, we pray for, the soul, departed soul. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming, and thanks for rendering your poem. It's really wonderful. Let's jump on to our next poet, who is writes in a rhythmic scale and in a method and structured writing, and her name is Angela Lansbury. Yeah, Angela, mic is yours. Angela, turn on your mic.
Can you now hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
My first poem is called New Babies. Every dawn, a brand new baby's born, but none's quite as important as ours, changing our life every day in every way, like filling a vase with sweet flowers. Our granddaughter should be a lifelong friend. Being decades younger, she'll survive me. She'll stay all my life until its far end. Every day her wide white smile revives me. Why does a baby smile? Why does it cry? The list is short, thirsty, wet, tired, cold, bored. How can we be sure it will not die? No rush, wrap tight, give hugs so it's not ignored. Give it newborn gloves, give it newborn socks. You're the one who's looking out of sorts. Sleep when it sleeps. All clocks are baby clocks. In 2 years' time, a baby walks and talks. A baby's eyes might be warm, chocolate brown. Its cool eyes could be baby blue. Its heart-shaped mouth could be like mini-me. Its nose or complexion could come from you. The chance to renew or start something new. It could copy us or someone we don't know. It doesn't matter if we have no clue, so long as we've a live baby to show. 10 friends from the antenatal class, 10 gave birth, each one a winner. Each couple's baby growing so fast. Invited the nearest pair round to dinner. She brought us a gift, but here's what she said. You've a lovely baby. You're a great mother. Ours was stillborn. That means he was born dead. But never mind, I'm pregnant. I'm having another.
Excellent, excellent. Wow.
Now, from my book, Poetry Workshop, Grandmother's Clock. Did I read you some of this before? No, you don't remember it. Good. You all know the story of Grandfather's Clock, how it wouldn't go on when he died. It just took umbrage and stopped. I've always wondered why. I bet no one ever looked inside. Yes, I can tell you why it stopped. Maybe a guess, but not a lie. But to say what I suspect is no crime. It could happen again any time. When I bought a clock, very cheap, it had stopped. The one thing an old man left behind, and all it needed was a good old wind. For the old man was blind, but he had a good sense of time, the same as yours and mine. Don't tell me a clock has a mind. He left behind a lazy family whose job was the winding, but they never could agree. Always you, and never me. The grandsons were lazy and never stayed at home, drove their parents so crazy because no work got done. As for the son, clocks weren't his thing, and the wife, all she cared about was her ring. And the clock was dusty and old, and it never went again till it was sold. Now it stands in my hall, looking grand against the wall. I give it attention, and it goes tickety, tickety, tock. Please wipe its face. It's such a lovely old clock.
Wow, wow. Angela. So beautiful. It's all unmute yourself, my dear friends. Unmute. You could just read to me. Oh my God, Angela.
Well done.
Yes, Ronnie, you're saying something. You could just, Thank you. On that note, Angela, thanks for coming. And yes, it was so musical, like Janatha ma'am said. Let's jump across to next poet. Her next poet is the one who is a teacher and yes, I think let us go to. He's a professor basically, but he's a retired professor and. He goes and guides me always, and he's after a long time he was on a holidaying trip to Andaman Nicobar or somewhere else. But yes, he writes wonderfully. I mean, it's such an inspirational personality. Basudev Paul, his name is Dr. Basudev Paul. Let's welcome him with a grand round of applause. Basudev Paul, sir.
Hi.
Hi, sir.
Actually, I was interactive with academic activities for the last few weeks. I could not see these sparkling faces. I missed a lot. And today also, I've got an assignment. Still, Prasanna tempted me psychically to watch the event. And that's why I've been here. And today, actually, I am not prepared to do anything. Still, I'll be reading. Hopefully, there will be a Bengali poet. And I will recite a small poem in Bengali. Though it's evening, but it relates to the morning. Should I read? Okay. The title of the poem, 4-line poem, very short and could be sweet as well.
It's 8 o'clock.
Prabhatik Upashana. Tumi amar prato prarthana, amar হৃদ স্পন্দন তোমার উচ্চারণ আমার পবিত্র মনের আকাশ, সেই আকাশে তুমি সন্ধ্যা তারার উজ্জ্বল আলো, তোমার নামখানি বুনো বনের গন্ধে চারিদিক মত্ত। থ্যাংক ইউ।
Beautiful, Kumar. Militas is, excited to react on that poem. Yes, you're free to react on that, ma'am. Go ahead.
That was awesome, sir. Really liked it. Basudev Paul, sir. Enjoyed it too.
ভীষণ ভালো লাগলো।
Thank you. That was a quite, tense. But yes, let us go to our next poet. Thank you, Basudev, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming after a long gap. And let me call upon our next poet. Our next poet is, yes, okay, let's go. Yes, Heera Nawaz, ma'am, from Bangalore. Please, ma'am, turn on your mic.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Miss Heera Nawaz, and I am a teacher, a writer, and a poetess by profession. I come from Bengaluru, the beautiful city in South India. Now, actually, I planned to recite a poem, but I have very less internet in this phone, so I'm going to recite a poem which I already know by heart. I hope it's okay for this occasion. It's called When Things Go Wrong. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging is all uphill, when the feelings are high and the expectations are low, when you want to smile, but you cannot, when your expectations are high, but your feelings are low, when you want to smile, but you cannot, when things look Actually, I don't know that poem by heart, so it's a bit difficult for me to say it. Okay, so I'll say another poem which I know by heart. It's about a mother's love. A mother's love is something no one can explain. It is made of deep devotion and of sacrifice and pain. It is endless and enduring and unselfish come what may. No one can destroy it or take it away. It is unforgiving and emotion when all others are forsaking, and it never fails nor falters, even though the heart is breaking. It believes beyond believing when the world around condemns, and it glows with all the beauty of the rarest, brightest gems. So I wrote this poem for my mother, who expired a few years ago. And she was a great inspiration to me. I'm so sorry about the first poem. This is because I prepared actually another poem, but because of the internet, I could not recite it. So I hope this will do in the circumstances. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for your rendition. It's beautiful, as always. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Let's jump on to our next poet. Our next poet is the one who, comes regularly and, writes poems and, encourages a great, beautiful source of support. And his name is Prasanna Bhatta.
Thanks, Prasanji. I'm audible.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. Shwetha A, sweet poetic friends. I'm Prasanna Bhatta, Odisha, India. Thanks a lot to Mr. Prashant K. Kumarji, adorable and admirable personality, who invited me to this gigantic platform for reciting my poem before galaxy of talented poets around the world. I'm going to recite my poem titled just show heart makes one great. And this poem is based on heart idioms, truth or lie. Oh friends, truth or lie, compliment or criticism emerges from hearts, proves a person so smart and great with glorious arts. Oh my friends, truth or lie, compliment or criticism emerges from heart, proves a person so smart and great with glorious arts. Let me go solo with a big heart. Let me go solo with a big heart, facing cheer and cheer at heart. Let me be a heart of gold. Let me be a heart of gold after my own heart, following my heart from the heart. Following my heart from the heart. Let me fulfill my heart's desire without heavy heart. Let me fulfill my heart's desire without heavy heart. Never ever losing, never ever losing heart, being sick at heart. Never ever losing heart, being sick at heart. Let me, with all my heart, let me go forward with all my heart, being young at heart, being young at heart. Never allow persons with sinking heart. Being young at heart, never allow persons with sinking heart. Let me move forward when heart is in right place. Let me move forward when heart is in right place. That will touch me to reach the genuine space. That will touch me to reach the genuine space. Let me never keep pace with people. Let me never keep pace. Let me never keep pace with people eating others' heart out. Heart matter is real essence. Heart matter is real essence for life strong and stout. For life strong and stout. If I am permitted, may I recite another poem which is based on nowadays situation.
Sir, if it is way short, you could just recite, but if it is long, I am afraid, sir, I could not go ahead.
It may be. Sorry.
No, we have a line of poets, so I think you could start. Yeah. Thank you, sir. As I was, yeah, thank you for your presentation, sir. Thanks for coming. And yeah, let me jump across to our next poet, Alexandra Psaropoulou.
Totally off the subject of Christianity. It's a romantic poem. Line 4. So long as there is vision, so long as it is true and alive, so long as there is flying, so long as we can feel it inside, then we can stand the journey, then we can understand the journey, then we can feel the wonder of the flight through turbulent and gentle seas. Then we can rely on our inner strength. Then we can be as warm and sweet and relaxed and balanced as we can be, transcending all judgment and blame, transcending all resentment and pain, accepting the ebb and flow of our emotions, letting me, you in, letting us in, into our magical world, transforming each other, teaching each other to give and receive higher love and pleasure, higher flying, because we know, and no one can take that knowing away from me, you, from us. And we know you're here, we're here, in this sweet, blessed realm, honoring our visions as best we can, all through the night, all through the day, higher and higher, deeper and deeper, steady, destined, wild, wonderful, golden chords connection, a sweet invisible power holding us together, flowing between us, traversing all waves, knowing me, pleasing me so well, knowing you, pleasing you so well, your energy flowing with my energy, strong, soft, my energy flowing with your energy, soft, strong, feeling all your love and kindness, all your desire and pleasure coming up inside me, feeling all my warmth and sweetness, all my desire and pleasure opening to you, receiving magical, indescribable moments, deeper and deeper, higher and higher, renewable love, renewable romance, renewable relationship, developing sensuality, quiet passion, our insights, our perceptions, progressing, magnifying, discovering satisfaction, fulfillment with each other endlessly. So steady, so destined, so wild, so wonderful, flying together, higher and higher, deeper and deeper, directing our thoughts away from the shadows, directing them towards the light, lighter and lighter, making love inside the turquoise bath, taking me on the turquoise horse, feeling our visions inside us, feeling the flying inside us, taking us up our paths, deeper and deeper, higher and higher. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. As always, Alexandra, he transported us to the realms of, unknown world. Yeah, with your voice and your presentation, and yeah, very metaphysical and sublime. And I like your voice, and thank you, thanks for your for coming always with your poem. Up next, we have, list of poets. Stay on, my dear friends. But yes, before that, I would like to call upon our mentor, Dr. Rupali Sakkarkar, ma'am. Yeah. Ma'am, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, firstly, thank you so much, Prasanna, for this community of poets. And it's Easter today. I miss my parents a lot because I miss them because every festivity it was festival in my home. So I miss the chocolate Easter egg that somebody talked about. I miss the spring. I miss everything that this world offers us. So many thoughts, so many faiths, so much of beauty. So happy Easter, everybody. The pandemic, this poem is a conversation between a grandmother and a grandson. So the pandemic has affected our mental and physical world. We have lost touch with many things. It has especially affected the elderly. The pall of gloom must lift. We must relearn from the young. Post-pandemic, they will lead grandparents into their utopia and will be different. So this poem is a dialogue between a grandmother and her grandson. Where do I see the stars, you ask? Once it was in the hours of the night that I had glimpsed the stars, clear pieces of shining crystal, like a beauteous chandelier hanging from the ink blue sky, myriads of twinkling drops of light. It was summer then. Now in the winter of my discontent, I cower fearfully. The night is darker now, and the stars are out of sight. Just then, my child's child walked in, stretching his computer-tired back. No football in the sun for my grandson, no friends to frolic with. That's what happened during the lockdown. Only the kitchen, the refrigerator, and the thawing heat of meat in the whirring microwave. Where do you see the stars? I asked him. I don't see them anymore. The stars, Nani? In India, we call your mother's mother is Nani. So, where do you see the stars? I asked him. I don't see them anymore. The stars, Nani? Where are your spectacles? You, I see, are missing the spectacle. Can't you hear the whirring universe, the twinkling, beckoning stars, Nani? Have you forgotten or are you forgetting? You taught me to talk to the twinkling stars. It is you who taught me to wonder. You made me look up above and see diamonds in the sky. Ah, yes, I sighed. Those precious diamonds, those buried trees, those millenniums, and then the stars were seen. My stars, Nani, are in a happy place, in a world which is diverse, with lots of space for everybody, where my stars have no color, no creed, no gender, a world free of hunger and borders which don't define me. Darling child, I too had dreamt of that once. I had smelt the roses once. They were once my stars too. Oh no, Nani, don't be sad. Your dreams have come true. Stars are happening all around you, but you are not looking. Your patch of sky is twinkling right here beside you. Here, let me clean your spectacles. Sit down and talk to me. Talk to my young friends, Nani. They will show the stars to you. You will see the wonder and the grandeur of the star-filled galaxies around you. Don't hanker for the days gone by. Just softly bid them goodbye. There's a true world awaiting us, free from hatred and violence, one where nature is supreme. Don't cry and mourn, Nani. Let your happy thoughts roam. Look, look, the dark sky is full of stars. The stars are wondering who we are. Thank you.
Wow. Don't hang around those days gone by. That's a lie. That's a quite a statement, ma'am. That's really a true statement. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. That's a beautiful imagery list. Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for coming and thanks for showing always, your support and encouragement. Yes, my dear friends, share your social network handles to be followed, and you could also share your, recently released books. You could, whatever, you could share in the chat box. So you're free to share those things so that others could follow you if you wish to. But yes, let me call upon our next poet, who is a cookery show specialist, and she's there on TVs, and she writes in English, Bengali, Hindi, and whatever not. She's very active and quite a had a niche of herself. Her name is Millie Das from Kolkata. Let's welcome Millie Das.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
কবিতা আমার একটি শিশির বিন্দু, কবিতা আমার না বলা প্রাণীর ভাষা, কবিতা আমার অভিমান জমা সিন্ধু, কবিতা আমার চির নিরাশার আশা, কবিতা আমার গুমড়ে ওঠা কান্না, কবিতা আমার ভস্মে ওড়ানো ছাই, কবিতা আমার খোদিত হীরা পান্না, কবিতা আমার বৃন্ত কুসুমের দুই ভাই। কবিতার জন্যই এই মঞ্চ, কবিতার জন্যই আজকে আপনাদের কাছে আসা। Thank you so much for your beautiful invitation, Prasannaji. Now I am going through my poetry. The title of the poem, Heaven. I found myself in the midst of the night at Nigra Valley. I found myself at the place where Shiv and Chetan meet together. I found myself in the sand dunes of wonder, while walking alone with bare feet. I've never seen such an oasis. I heard a whispering sound that overflowed all over the desert. I turned back. My elder sister was calling me and telling me, let's go. We'll take breath in this natural beauty and we must getting back to our old life. Now it is the time to ride on the bacterial camel. Let's go. We're going on and going on. She was telling me, we must see the Samstaring monastery. In the autumn, I found myself at Beacon Highway. While my elder sister called me, oh my dear brother, come to me, I will affection you and sleep in my lap. Her staring eyes laughing to me. I pulled her hand and kissed her palm. How many days have gone? I've never got such a love and affection. You are love. You are my destination. Yes, sis. You are mine. Heaven. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, wonderful, ma'am. Milidas. Poetry is everything for you, we understand, and everything is for everyone. Poetry is beautifully, expressed in Bengali, and yes, the nice imagery in that I went into English poem as well. Thank you for coming, and thanks for showing the respect. Yes, ma'am.
Sundar. So Sundar. Really loved it.
Namaskar, Didi. Dhanyabad.
And you come from a part of a world where everybody is a poet. Everybody is a musician. It's wonderful to be a Bengali, because everybody is reciting poetry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Millie ma'am. Thank you. बहुत देर के बाद मिली, पर मिली बहुत मिली तो जरूर रहो। चलिए फिर आगे बढ़ते हैं। अगले next poet who is he healed their hearts, many hearts, and he is a retired professor, and he writes a beautiful short stories, and he is a great storyteller. His name is Ray Vitake from Colorado. Yes. Ray, over to you.
Yes, hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm having fumble fingers with buttons, getting it right here today. I'm honored to be again here amongst all these great writers and great poets, and I really appreciate what I've heard so far. Thank you for having me along on today's poetic journey. There's been such loving poetry written so far today, and there's been such caring poetry, and I'm afraid that what I have for today is a little different. I have written about the war in Ukraine sequentially, from the beginning to the end, and I'm up to, I don't know, 15 poems about it. I'm going to read you 2 poems today, but one of them was about the war and the other's another short one. So we'll start with that. This is Ukraine, part 3. The pair of 20-something Ukrainians climb into the shell-damaged stairs. One looks right out the blown window, while the other looks left. Something just isn't right. Carrying several Molotov cocktails, getting ready for the coming approach of an enemy Russian column, about to enter their small village near Chernihiv. There are others like them in the smelly, smoky, damaged houses along the road. Shelling was intense yesterday. The Ville looks very different today. The young Ukrainians are ready, defending, repelling, trying not to get killed themselves. It is combat. The premium here now is on inflicting death and destruction on the invaders. The streets are littered with broken buildings in Kyiv. The Russian juggernaut builds upstream bridges over the river Pripyat. This is the 6th day of the fight for the existence of Ukraine. There is no allying welcome to a warm hearth after talking about the wolf. The bear rushes a woman nearby, growls loud and slashes. She raises her shield, battle axe in hand, to strike. Fresh white snow falls, attempting to cover the red mess with a needed purity. Thank you. And then I'll read one that's not quite as ornery, as we say here in southern United States, ornery. I think this one will suit the day better. It's called Not Like This. All those dreams you have and have had, once so present in the moment to moment, gathered in front of the life you wanted to live, the force multiplier of daily existence with those that loved you and the ones you loved. Do those dreams really continue, perhaps stored in the back lobes of your mind, awaiting to receive brainwaves, electrical activity, synapses to spring into action? Those dreams, those possibilities are climbing up belay ropes, sometimes now more down than up, with tension or swivels to control a fall, ropes not as thick as your little finger, lowering the weight of dreams into even so strong, holding your body weight easily as the riverbed of reality looms closer. You're going into the real gorge, where dreams mesh every way with the day you walk in. The rock walls of the gorge are wet with spray, with waterfall plunging 200 feet through a rainbow into a cool pool below, where an imperial eagle sits on a nearby limb watching. No wide-winged condor awaits you. There is no carrion here. All those dreams you had, once so nearly present, now gathered behind in the life you had, changed simply by the events occurred in the passage of time, in the movement sublime. All those dreams you still have are present in the moment to moment, gathered in front of the full green life you want to live, your fantasia multiplicand of daily existence, breathing in a life fully in the living where the wine flows so freely. The hike is long. Off in the distance, there is only dim light in the dusk, pointing to the provinces in the west. Thank you very much.
Wow. Sir, it's a moment to remain silent, maybe. That is the thing, That is what is your expression. It really very sad. I mean, very touching description, I would say. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming, and thanks for, presenting your two very thoughtful poems. Yeah. Let us move on to our next poets. Up next, we have Mildred Par, Isaac Cohen, Ronnie, yes, Renukuntla, and etc. Yes. Before that, Mildred Par from Philippines. She's a teacher and a big great poet as well. Mildred Par, over to you. Mildred, kindly turn on your mic.
Okay, can I be heard now?
Yes, please, ma'am.
So I'll be reading my poem. I titled this poem, In Crossing My Principles. He wants my bare honesty, but won't believe my sincerity. But then I'm a poet. I lead many lives, give vent to my many desires. I tell tales, narrate my narratives. How then can I lead a solitary life? devoid of wants and of illusions, just for the sake of his peace of mind. He needs his vanity, but I thrive on my sanity, a world of veracity for my confined reality. Shall I subject my idealism for his eccentricism? I won't dare clip my wings if only for him. I won't lead him on my side of the fence, but I may claim him on my truth of defense. Love may not only be the sole answer. If he's crossing my principle, it also matters. So there, that's my poem.
Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. Vanity and sanity, very well used. Thank you. Thanks for coming and thanks for, presenting. Yeah, beautiful. I mean, yeah, thank you. Let me call upon our next poet, Ronnie Tucker, who given a solo presentation recently on the page. So let's welcome Ronnie Tucker.
Thank you for having me here. I hope you're ready for the ride. I got one that I'm going to do. It's from back in 2021. It's called Bitter Refrains. As my mind begins to wander and my age takes its toll, do I catch rainbows with my eyes? Do I taste sunsets and soft smiles? I see my hand in motion. I touch contact between spars at my fingertips. Into the heavens are made with something to believe in. A savior beyond my horizons. My halo is burning bright, yet no one can see my bitter refrains. For my brain is wired, and I'm traveling in orbits amidst the chaos. The first phase is detailed and displayed in revolving planets of existence, and systems receiving not. Beyond the green screen, for heaven can't control the inner soul. Bliss madness amidst the sanity. My stars expand in my twilight, and my echoes noon. I see the blue apples in a poisoned dream, as above and so below, the mystic and the rustic. Importance, it's all over, for the face of God is distorted, and the devils lie within. For compassion is dead. Where art thou, the womb of knowledge? Where is the tree of life, lost forever in the bands of solitude, with the keys of paradise pissed away in the wind? Where is the message when the message is not here, ascending in esoteric wisdom? The psalm is left at the altar, with the tear stains high on window pane, and the rush is quite clear. As my mind expands to new dimensions, oh, have I lost touch with reality. My mind explodes in poetic interludes. In my abyss I swallow and build my own heaven out of my own hell. And my morning madness becomes my bitter refrains. Before my eyes is the beauty of my vision, and upon my shoulders the raven sighs. With tombstones in my eyes, my dream is over. O faded glory, what the hell is your story? Black saints and darkened halos. At the helm and the porch of the sun, the archangel has lost her smile. In nocturnal delight, long distance return, I have become encloaked in pure sunlight. Black dogs at heaven, but heaven is not too late. For the primrose sets my fate. Bitter is the night and day, as withered hearts wither away. If my tears had a smile, and my ghost would stay a while, I wonder if my God is mad. Thus my refrains replied in poetic interludes, and my sorcery contemplates in crystal gaze, the wasted of my angel's sigh as my bitter refrains. Thank you. Hello?
Seems like Mr. Kumar has escaped somewhere.
Yeah, we seem to have lost Prasanna.
Yeah, we have lost Prasanna. We need to find Prasanna. Let the quest begin. Like, where is Prasanna? Lost and found. Hello,
He's
Prasanna,
like
sir.
Elvis, he left the building.
Well, that was beautiful, sir. Like, oh, I can see all that similes and the metaphors, which were very well seamlessly woven in your poem.
I just wish I could do better recital.
Like very, very well yesterday. We could feel that poetic vibe in your poetry.
I don't know. It's when I do them, they come out of me spontaneous.
Yeah, it's not
I don't
just
know where they come
part-time
from.
by.
I don't know where they come from.
Yeah, it was full-fledged poetry in its own way.
Can I call Sushant Thapa?
Cool,
Have
ma'am.
you already? Yeah. Okay.
No, ma'am, I haven't read.
Yeah, so go ahead.
This is what.
So, greetings to everyone. I am Sushant Thapa from Nepal. I will be reading a short poem from my book, Minutes of Merit. So, the book is available in Amazon India. My poem title is Homeless World. It goes like this. Homeless still people live. No lights are lit to turn off. No seat and high-heeled pillows to wipe the tears. No time to set an alarm for the morning. No morning to rest for the day. How to live without staring at the ceiling makes me wonder about the stars. The sky of vast blanket can rain, can cause the unwanted pour. Still life is carried to sail like every other leaf swept by the rainwater. So this was one short poem, and if you allow me, I will read another short poem.
Okay, as long as it's short.
Yes, ma'am. It is a short one. So it's titled "Being a Poet." Allow me to be the poet of the whispers before being a poet of the words. Allow me to be the poet of the wave before glorifying the concrete world. Allow me be the poet of the wind before being the poet of touch. Allow me to be the poet of the clouds before being the poet of the sky. Allow me to be the poet of simplicity before being the poet of philosophy. Allow me to be the poet of thirst before being the poet of satisfaction. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sushant. I really enjoyed the clarity of your poetry and the clarity with which you present your poems. It's very unique, and it conveys whatever you have to say. And you're looking at the very small things. You're leaving the big things and talking about the focusing on the small things. Thank you so much. Nature has played a very important role this evening. I don't know where Prasanna has vanished, so I should just try and. I think Sreedharan Parokode, I'm very pleased to be in a book with you. There was this book that has come out, which is a coffee table book. It makes us all look very glamorous and wonderful. So could I invite you to read your poem? So Sreedharanji, can you hear me? No? Yeah, Sridharanji, can you hear me? So let's try Manjula ji. You can read your poem.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I am listening to you very clearly, and I wish you a good evening and all my fellow poets. I'm so happy to be here today. So, since people are talking about the nature, I think I will put two small poems about the nature only. Right? Permitted?
Yes.
First one is lilacs. Lilacs love beauty. Soft, sophisticated, seductive. Soft, sophisticated, seductive, rainbow-colored, bushy lilacs. Greek with a pretty nymph into woody bush, vibrant colors, special chart. Greek myth, a pretty nymph converted in woody bush, vibrant colors, special charm of this exquisite flower. Purple color of lilacs symbolizes love, while white youthful innocence. Visible in the valleys, its aroma keeps spellbound, invites bumblebees, nature lovers too, considered harbinger of spring. Lilac is love, enchanting beauty, excites tender emotions of lovers. Excites tender emotions. Different kinds of flowers bloom, shine. Lilacs mark their presence, glow. Bloom lilacs look stunning, very special species, adorned by many and loved by every nature lover. Loved by every nature lover. So
thank you so much. Are you going to read another one?
yeah, I will be reading. It's a fascination. Deep blue sea. Blue sea, waves jump and fall. Waves jump and fall one after another, lyrically. Growing fears, holding my breath, bringing with them. Strange, yes, their feet, anxious yet delighted. Attention alert. In which word I was? In which word I was? An enticing bird inside the sea. Never had seen bronze grass. Clicks of Jayashree Trao, chorus, gems, shells. Can pebbles be so many versatile, vibrant colors? Eyes could trust their own self. All of a sudden, a huge swell of fishes burst. OMG, thousands multicolored, sparkling sparks crossed, pushing me. How soft and serene that. Fishes multiple shapes, size, small and big, between. Conscious, fetched attention on big and so before I could enjoy anything else, I was put out by my fellows, annoyed, dissatisfied, but had to accept. Oh, forgot completely why I had been sent inside the sea. For what? Fascinated by others' world, never contented with one's own. Weakness, but it's human nature. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the beautiful poems. I'll call Isaac. Go on, he's getting very impatient. Isaac, you can read your, can you hear me? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, I hear you. Today is my birthday, and thank you for inviting me. Alcoin and ode to Charles Baudelaire. Alcoin, music. The voice of the lips played on your heart strings. No music sheets, only great passion flying over the world. No guitar, piano, because the wind played on your groveling stomach, sending a message to the world. Look at the poor, talented. The music is in his body. The melody in his soul. Maestro, play. And the second, wait a minute.
Is that
Isaac
over?
Cohen. What?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And a
Wait a minute.
very happy birthday, Isaac. A very happy
Thank
birthday.
you. Another.
Yeah, we have very
Isaac
little
Cohen.
time, Isaac. Can we keep it for another day?
Yes.
Okay.
Isaac Cohen. Barefooted man. Barefooted man covered the world. And the last, wait a minute. Spring. Yes. Isaac Cohen. Spring. The bird kiss the wind. I sip the distance. The time fly. Where is the butterfly? Thank you, Isaac Cohen, Israel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Isaac. Wonderful. Can I call upon Sreedharan Parokode? Mr. Sreedharan Parokode, can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you.
Madam.
Thank you.
Yes.
Am I audible? Okay.
Yeah.
Am I audible, madam?
Yes. But
Yeah,
could you all please switch off your mics? There's so much of noise coming in.
Ma'am?
Yeah?
Am I audible, madam?
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Rupali ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry
Okay,
for
I'm glad you're back.
the technical issue that's happened. And please kindly mute your mics.
My God, how much we missed.
Sorry for that, ma'am. To adjust. I could not. Yes, let's welcome Sreedharan Parokode, sir. Sreedharan Parokode, sir.
Okay.
Sreedharan, yes.
Yeah. Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, perfect, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. And thank you, Prasanna ji and Rupali madam. And let me say something in Malayalam. This is today. Okay.
Right.
ആയിരം തീനാളങ്ങൾ തലയിൽ ജ്വലിപ്പിച്ച് പായുന്നു നാം എല്ലാരും ഹൃദയം തിളയ്ക്കുമ്പോൾ അകലത്തേതോ ഗുഹ തിന്നുവാൻ വായും പിളർന്ന് അനിശം വിളിക്കുന്നു മധുരം കൊതിപ്പിക്കാൻ. Then I am moving to my poem is very, very short and is titled as Fate of the Loudspeaker. Fate of the Loudspeaker. The loudspeaker participated in all the items. The loudspeaker participated in all the items and waited until the completion of entire program and waited until the completion of entire program and offered a great audible applause. And offered a great audible applause. That's, thank you. Thank you.
Make the animate inanimate to animate. That is a wonderful beauty. I mean, that's the beauty of your, rendition. Right of small yet powerful. Yes, beautiful imagery to listen with. Thank you, Sreedharan sir. Thank you, Rupali ma'am. She's such a saving grace for me today. It is so. I mean, what a heck of time. Sorry for that technical issue. Let me jump across to our next poet, who is our next poet is I think he's a folk artist, and he's a principal of a school, and he writes in English, Telugu, and sometimes in Hindi too. Yes, he's very active on when it comes to writing and social media and all over there. Let's welcome Renukuntla Murali.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
So is it audible, sir?
Yeah, perfect, sir. Go ahead.
Sir, good evening all. Hello?
Perfect, sir. Go ahead.
So my title of the poem is Be Broad-Minded. Broad-minded people bring their thoughts to awake the people to make the paths. Broad-minded people bring their thoughts to awake the people to make the paths in good way. Narrow-minded people nod their heads. Narrow-minded people nod their heads, not to think over the problems, not to think over the problems, to get rid of the solutions. Optimistic people read their goals. Pessimistic people get failures in general. Have the faith before paying the God. Have the faith before paying the God. Forever in the life with positive attitude. Listen carefully while speaking others and have more patience. Listen carefully while speaking others and have more patience. Think before you leap with elders and learn politeness from others. Think before you leap with elders and learn politeness from others. Think before you respond and wait. Think before you respond and wait before you criticize others unnecessarily. Try to be there and courageous while you are about to struggle in the warfare. Try to be there and courageous while you are about to struggle in the warfare. And live happily and be fair, free, and frank with all the people. How much you are rich is not important. How much you are so rich is not important, but how much service you did in the life is the most important. Good activities and achievements are so significant and remains forever. Sir, thank you, sir. Sir, I request you give me one choice to sing my one lyric in Telugu, sir. I written on the lower.
If it is short only.
Sir, short, sir. Very short, sir.
Yeah.
ఎందుకు నా మనసు నిన్నే కోరుతుంది, ఎందుకు నా మనసు నిన్నే కావాలంటుంది, ఎందుకు నా మనసు నిన్నే కోరుతుంది, ఎందుకో నా మనసు నీవే కావాలంటుంది. ఏలో ఏయాలో తందన తానా, ఏలో ఏలేలో తందన తానా, ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తానా, ఏలో ఏలేలో తందన తాన ఎందుకు నా మనసు నిన్నే కోరుతుంది ఎందుకు నా మనసు నువ్వే కావాలంటుంది ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఏలేలో తందన తాన ఎక్కడ పుట్టామో ఎక్కడ పెరిగామో ఎక్కడ పుట్టామో ఎక్కడ పెరిగామో కాలేజీలో కలిసింది ఇద్దరిని కాలేజీలో కలిపింది ఇద్దరిని రావే ఎందుకో నా మనసు నిన్నే కోరుతుంది ఎందుకో నా మనసు నువ్వే కావాలంటుంది ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఏలేలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఏలేలో తందన తాన నీకోసమే నేను ఎదురు చూస్తున్నా నీకోసమే నేను కలలు కంటున్నా నీకోసమే ఎదురు చూస్తున్నా నీకోసమే కలలు కంటున్నా ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తాన ఎందుకో నా మనసు నిన్నే కోరుతుంది ఎందుకు నా మనసు నువ్వే కావాలంటుంది నీవే నా ప్రాణం నీవే నా సొంతం నీవే నా ప్రాణం నీవే నా సొంతం నా బాధ తెలుసుకో నా ఒడిలో చేరుకో ఎందుకో నా మనసు నిన్నే కోరుతుంది ఎందుకో నా మనసు నీవే కావాలంటూ ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఏలేలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఉయ్యాలో తందన తాన ఏలో ఏలేలో తందన తాన. Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. it's you said
Yes,
it's
people have to
short,
take-
but it's lengthy. But yes.
And I think Prasanna, we must thank him for the kind of publicity he gives us all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, you know.
Thank you,
We're
man.
all
Thank you
over
very
the
much for wonders, for your
newspapers,
blessings
yes.
and encouragement, compliments.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Yes,
all
people
your
have
coverage in the
written like-
newspaper, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, yes, sir. The whole paper. That's my humble duty. I'm always happy with you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wanda.
Thank you, sir. Let us call upon our next poet, Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Yes, go
Good
ahead, ma'am.
evening. Good evening, everyone. Today is a happy Easter, so I wish you lots of love on this Easter day. May your heart be filled with joy and your home with happiness. Now I would recite a poem on golden sunshine. On golden sunshine. As I glimpse benign face of sun, something spreads within. As I glimpse benign face of sun, something spreads within. Its influence over earth makes glow bright, vibrant, elevated, golden. Its influence over earth makes glow bright, vibrant, elevated, golden. Golden sunlight brings relief to earth like downpour in summer. Golden sunlight brings relief to earth like downpour in summer. Perhaps there is the strong meaning no one can share. Perhaps there is the strong meaning no one can share. Sun's magnetic power graces the union of lovers love bearing. Sun's magnetic power graces the union of lovers love bearing. Makes every bud flower of their dreams, desires reliable lasting. Makes every bud flower of the dreams, desires reliable lasting. In sunlight, words obey poets, educators, experts, artisans, masters chirping. In sunlight, words obey poets, educators, experts, artisans, masters chirping. Frogs tune their tongues to the rhythm of sun's chittering. Frogs tune their tongues to the rhythm of sun's chittering. Bright sun brings back not light alone, but new life. Bright sun brings back not light alone, but new life. Hope freshness to man open city in clear radiant fame. Hope freshness to man open city in clear radiant fame. When the sun shines, it not only brightens, lightens, dazzles. When the sun shines, it not only brightens, lightens, dazzles, cleanses gloominess, soul enlightens, banishes winter from the human countenance, cleanses gloominess, soul enlightens, banishes winter from the human countenance. Lightning spreads, illuminates world, helps living navigate heavenly body. Lightning spreads, illuminates world, helps living navigate heavenly body. Typifies, represents life, energy, clarity, power, might and positivity. Typifies, represents life, energy, clarity, power, might and positivity. It is golden light, swims across the blood that cleanses the lover. Its golden light swims across the blood that cleanses the lover. Inspires poet, philosopher, author, artist, scientist, painter, sculptor, calligrapher, printmaker. Inspires poet, philosopher, author, artist, scientist, painter, sculptor, calligrapher, printmaker. Here my recitation is over. My thanks to Prasanna Kumar and other poet friends. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, as always. I love your poems. Thank you. Thank you. Aji sir, ma'am. Please. Ma'am, go ahead, ma'am. You're saying something. Go ahead.
Stabilized. So can I recite my poem now?
Ma'am, I'm afraid we have still a lot of poets, so I think I could, give it a go. I think next week, I think I could just it is on the holidays. Thank you. Sorry for that. Okay, right. Let's jump across to our next poet. Our next poet is one. I think we have almost finished up readings. And Manjula Mahanti, ma'am. Yes, let me call upon Manjula Mahanti, ma'am, to recite her poem.
Hello, Prasanna. That's what I was telling. I have finished already.
Okay, you're finished. Sorry about that. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, you missed it. You must have listened to that. If you say I will read out once again, no problem.
But yes, if you
time
finished it,
permits,
yes,
no
thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Let me jump to our next poet, Sylvia Ang.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Go ahead,
My
Sylvia.
name is Sylvia Ang. I'm also known under the new Facebook Sylvia Lê King Ang. So you want to write to me? You write to Sylvia Lê King Ang because Sylvia Ang is blocked. I'm reading. Do you listen? Do you listen deeply to feel what I feel? Do you listen to what? Do you listen to find out what I'm thinking? Do you listen with understanding, with no judgment? Do you listen to find out the real me, what is truthful about me? Do you listen and I feel being heard? Do you listen if you can acknowledge what I thought? Do you listen and paraphrase and felt care and listen to? Thank you for being a good listener. I love you for that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you. We love listening to you always. Yes, please do come and bring in your poets too. Let me call upon our next poet. I fondly call him as a serious poet, but yes, he's a lovely poet and yes, beautifully writes. His name is Laxman Rao. Yes, Please welcome Laxman Rao. Yes, sir, go ahead. Please turn on your mic, sir. Please turn on your mic.
Is it audible? Please.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please.
Well, good evening, one and all. Sir, I believe the screen, your technical glitch over there. It's not visible. I don't know if I am visible to you, but you are not visible.
You're visible, sir.
Yeah, okay then. I believe I'm fair colored. I think so. So I'm visible. Well then, okay. Let's go ahead with one of my short poem which I have already posted here. Light and its reflection. Before I could recite, I just want to give a prelude to my poem. Like every now and then, like we just think of somebody who haunts us in our mind, saying like, why is that we are thinking about somebody? Either if we are in love or else, in terms of mother or father, whenever we think of them, like there's something haunting in our mind. We'll be thinking of them. So it quite naturally happens with that of love itself. And this is a love poem. Well, here it goes like light and its reflection. I believe you are in my heart as roots are rooted beneath. I believe you are in my heart as roots are rooted beneath. That's why you are in my mind, always gleaming and glistening. That's why you are in my mind, always gleaming and glistening. Are you in my thoughts or am I thinking of you being thoughtless? Are you in my thoughts or am I thinking of you being thoughtless? Either way, you are my thought, my mood, my mindset and its process. You are always my love, light and its reflection, presumed positivity and progressed into poetical perfection. You are always my love, light and reflection, presumed positivity and progressed into poetical perfection. Thank you. This is one of my short and a sweet poem, I can say, like, or else like most of my poems are a little bit typically a little bit of complexity I just try to weave in. But this simple poem, which I can say and I can feel and relate. Yeah.
It still got its complexity in it.
No, sir. I haven't thought of bringing in most of the complexity, just a simple and silent poem.
Dr. Janatha ma'am is laughing at you.
Janatha ma'am is laughing. Yeah, please throw some light on it.
Janatha ma'am, over to you.
Janatha ma'am, you want to say something?
No, I was enjoying the poem.
Okay.
Because, see, are you in my thoughts or am I thinking of you being thoughtless? Either the way, you are my thought, my mood, my mindset, its process.
Yeah.
And you are always my love, light and reflection. So the positivity is there. I wish always this will be with you both.
And that's being progressed into poetical perfection. Is the sense like I'm trying to bring in all those thoughts into poetical perfection.
And that was his simplest poem, being.
Otherwise, there will be complexity.
That was
Anyways, let's jump on to our next poet. Our next poet is the one who is a retired banker and he writes poems and he loves writing and Shyamaprasad Patnaik is so is known to be as, but yes, he's better of Gangalaxmi Patnaik, ma'am. So let's welcome Shyamaprasad Patnaik.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
A very happy Easter to everyone. You've already introduced me, so I need not introduce myself. I thank you, Prasanna sir, for inviting me to present my poem. I am reciting a poem about hell and heaven. The title of my poem is Service to Mankind Opens Heaven's Gateway. So here it goes. After life, rest in paradise or hell, reality or myths. Heaven depicted as a tranquil, serene place of eternal bliss. No noise, chaos, commotion, or miseries whatsoever, only profound silence. Angels frequently roam here, wiping out rolling down leftover tears. For kind-hearted, generous soul, God always keeps open heaven's gateways. Omniscient bestows heavenly blessings on you for all good deeds. Desire to dwell in heaven eternally, commensurate with man's actions. All your noble and evil deeds are kept in records. You ought to be felicitated for all your generous pursuits. Dear friends, you can transform this beautiful earth into paradise. In this life only, you can enjoy heaven's euphorial bliss. You are sure to get retribution for errors and sins. Almighty will push you to unfathomable dark dungeon under crust. There are no illuminations in hell, utter murkiness prevails. Your sins are counted in numbers, paid back by gallows. Cultivate virtues, shun vices, to reap fruits of evermore paradise. And that is the end of my poem. Thanks, Prasanna sir, and the entire team of Fertile Brains for giving me this opportunity to read my poem. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We love having you around, and love listening your poems. And yes, always. Oh, thank you, thank you. That brings us to the end of the evening it's not evening poetry reading. Yes, but yes, before going, let's wish. Today we got 2 moments to celebrate. One is Easter and the rising and resurrection of Jesus Christ, and one is Isaac Cohen, who is celebrating birthdays. He's born today, and so let's wish him happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday,
happy returns of the day, Isaac. Many happy returns of the day.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Isaac.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy
birthday, Isaac. Happy birthday, Isaac.
Happy birthday, Isaac.
Keep smiling always. Keep smiling always. And before saying adieu, let me read out my poem. I think if I could not read it, it was incomplete. So maybe this is not a complex, but I try to be some complex. It's not having any poetic sense, but yes.
More bread for you. Bread.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay, let me mute you, everybody. And so here it goes. Now, peace in silence. Peace in silence screams as it ventilates. Pieces of shards reflected chaos of peace in silence. The mother of the child wails with no peace of mind, as peace of mind rested in the mourning cries of siblings. The chill of climb turned out to be crimson gloss marked with your laughing at the destiny of looming crisis. The peace of silence screams with no peace being left, a voice of stillness left the mark of whining and whimpering realms. The child could never be to the mother of the birth of the breath left the vacuum of mirth. The moment of peace turned scream of Christ's fortitude become only her last resort by wiping trickling tears. That's the complex, or whatever you could put it as, but that is peace in screams, peace in silence.
The breathlessness with which you read it, it's very remarkable. Thank you so much, Prasanna. You not only bring us together, but you bring our voices together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Love you